Hello folks, namaste and good morning. My name is Hetauda and welcome to my channel, which is all about travel, views and reviews. You can see in the background I am in an electric vehicle showroom, OMODA E5, and today I am all set for doing a range review of this electric car. Not only range review, I'll also explain you all about the features and benefits. Whatever little possible, I'll do that. And where I'm heading towards, I don't know. I'll decide while I'm on my way. And as I get into the car, one thing you'll notice, I've got the keys, very nice looking, good looking key, and I don't have to use it when I'm going towards the car. It opens by itself. Check it out. Saw that? And before starting the journey, as always, I need to show you I've got 97% battery and 418 kilometers is the driving range. So trip meter, average speed, all these things, what I'll do is I'll reset it. I'm in the normal driving mode. We can see that here. What I'll do is I'll put it in eco driving mode. Oh yes, the display is fantastic. And there is a mode I need to change, vehicle setting. This has got a new ADAS function in this car, which I need to off, and I need to put the region mode in 2. Let me do that also. So people, I'm all set to move. It's the last day of April month, 30th April. Time is 6:45 and let's do it. Let's go for this range test and feature explanation of OMODA E5. Okay, OMODA showroom, I'll see you soon. You saw that camera coming on, right? So whenever I'm putting on the indicator, it just gives us the visual of outside, left and right also, which is a good thing. Safety feature of the car, I should say. Cars these days, they've become hi-fi. I am in eco mode, region 2, and the AC is off for now. I did not put it on because I don't require it. That's the blind spot detection that's happening. Here, if you see in the screen, you can see about the details about the vehicles, how many are there. From the left, there is something coming in. And the beautiful sunrise that just happened. Oh, bad roads? No problem. No problem at all. Big rocks? Bring it on, guys, bring it on. I took the wrong way. I don't know for what reason I followed this Kia guy. I was supposed to go from that side. Sorry people, I'm sorry. As I was stuck in traffic jam, I thought I'll update you guys about the distance, kilometer and all those things. I've done 21.3 kilometers. My battery percentage has come down to 92% with 396 kilometers driving range. Time is 7:25 AM now. And I did not drive for 1 hour also. 18.0 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer is the power consumption. Oh, dhulo. And what happened to that car? Green number plate went down. Bumpy roads. And I'm not bothered. No, I'm not driving rash. I love cars. But these all things are not making any difference to this car, After doing 27.8 kilometers from OMODA showroom, Naxal, Uttar Dhoka, I have just crossed Banepa. And I have put on the AC. So people, I required 7% battery to reach Dhuli Hill from Kathmandu, Naxal to be specific. I've done 30.6 kilometers. Time is 7:47 AM. When I started my journey from Naxal today, the battery percentage that I had was 97%. It is 90 now. I've got 385 kilometers of driving range for now. This car has got dual zone AC. My side I have kept the temperature 20 degrees Celsius and on the left hand side it's 16 degrees Celsius. You can set it as per your requirement. I'm not happy with the traffic on the front, but rough section, no problem. You can drive with peace of mind when you have got good high ground clearance. So friends, I have reached Nepal Thok. I have done 81.0 kilometers and 34 kilometers per hour was my average speed. 2 hours 21 minutes was my total driving time, and the power consumption 12.8 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer is the power consumption. Things have changed now. I put on the AC. AC was on, but I have reduced the temperature to 16 degrees Celsius now. Both the sides, it's a dual zone AC in this car. And see, from Dhulikhel till Nepal Thok, it's around 45 to 50 kilometers distance. And to cover that distance, I required 5% battery. Check this out, 85. I'll show you once again. From Dhulikhel, when I started this downhill drive, the battery percentage was 90%. When we come downhill from Dhulikhel till Nepal Thok, it's not that steep downhill. It's not declining that steep. That's the reason. Good thing is battery percentage is not decreasing very fast, but is 5% it required. To give you one story so that you can relate to it. From Sindhuli Madi to Sindhuli Gadi, it's 20 kilometers, right? To cover that 20 kilometers, our car requires 20% of battery. But from Nepal Thok to Dhulikhel, it's around 45 to 50 kilometers. To cover that 45 to 50 kilometers also, I'll require only 20% of battery. Now you can understand, right? When it's a steep incline, the battery consumption goes very high. But if it's a normal inclination, it's not a problem. Time is 9:04 and I'm hungry now. I'll mostly have my food from Kurkot, the same place where I usually eat from. Let's do that. Gardibas is 95 kilometers from here and Mulkot is 1. So did you notice something? I've done 100 kilometers and I required 17% battery to cover 100 kilometers in this OMODA E5. And I took 2 hours 50 minutes to cover this distance. And you know what was the power consumption requirement? 13.3 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers. So I still have 80% battery and I've got 344 kilometers of driving range. Oh yes, Kurkot after driving for 112.9 kilometers. That's 113 kilometers. And I was on steering wheel for 3 hours and 7 minutes. And power consumption was what, 13.2 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometer. I still have 78% battery with 333 kilometers of driving range, meaning I required 19% battery to reach Kurkot from OMODA showroom Naxal. My feedback after completing 100 kilometers driving OMODA E5 electric vehicle, the brakes are very responsive. I loved it. The feedback that I am getting is good. Seats are very comfortable. One thing, if you notice the seats, of this car, they're leatherette kind of seat. It's not cloth. So it's hot outside and you sweat. But good thing about this car is the front 2 seats are ventilated. It's not heated, but yes, it's ventilated. Another important thing, it's a tall car and it has got high ground clearance also. I've said it several times. The body roll is not that evident, is not that pronounced. I'm not saying that body roll is not there in the car. It is there, but it is very decent. You can handle this car easily in the twisties and turns. Guys, this is a i5 car, there are very less buttons here. And what I found was when I was driving, actually operating the switches, touchscreen switches, is not that easy. Maybe I am not used to that, I'm used to the buttons, keys and all those things. Here, putting it on and accessing all these things for AC and for other things and all, for vehicle setting and all these things, this touchscreen operation while driving is not easy. This car has got a wireless charging option, and what I found was this charging is efficient, it's good. There's no disturbance, there's no movement of the phone. It grips the very properly and then charges the phone as per our requirement. I am hungry now. Regular place where I have my food from, I'll go there, I'll have my food, and I'll see you guys soon. So yes, moving out of the car, I haven't done anything. I've just put this in the parking, and what I'll do is I'll just close the door and I'll move away. This car will lock automatically after some time. Yes, saw that? It's very hot here now, so let me increase the fan speed. 77% is battery and 332 kilometers of driving range. Let's go now. Sindhuli Gadi Pravesh Dwar. And you know the reason I've stopped the car? Just to update you about this. When we started our uphill drive from Nepal Thok, we had 88%, 85% is battery. Now we've got only 66% is battery. Meaning we required 19% is battery to reach Sindhuli Gadi from Nepal Thok. Yeah. And from Kathmandu, Naxal, till this place, we required 33% is battery. From Naxal to Sindhuli Gadi, 33% is battery is enough. Kilometer we have done is 131 kilometer, and average speed was 35 kilometer per hour. I still have 66% is battery with 281 kilometers of driving range. So what we'll do, we'll record other things now. Let's go. Now it's a downhill drive and it's steep inclination actually. So from 66%, let's see if I get some regen here. Because it's a steep decline, what I've done is I've put the regen to number 2 now. You can check out there on the right hand side here in the console. And I still have 66% is battery. Let's see if it increases or not. Other cars, you know, they've got this 360 degree camera function, right? 360 degree view. This car has got some 450 something, and it means that it can show underneath also. Here I am at Sindhuli Madi. I am about to reach Sindhuli Madi and I've gained 2%. This time I am taking a new route, first time for myself. I've got 291 kilometers range and Hetauda is just 120 kilometers away from here. And this is gonna be exciting for me. It's the first time I'm taking this route. Okay, Hetauda 120 kilometer. Bhai, Hetauda yate hone hai na? Thank you.
Welcome.
There are a few off sections this side. I can see that. And it's not lasting for kilometers and kilometers. Just a little once in a while, and then we are getting the tarmac on the front now. What the hell, man? It's a complete off-road drive or what? Thank God this car, you know, it's taking this off-road very easily. Very lightly. Piece of cake. Wide open gravel section. Patlaya 120 kilometer, Narangarh 171, Kathmandu 172, Hetauda 92. Okay. Ventilated seat, I have put it on. It's very hot this side. Oh boy, it's a ghana jungle out there. And I just realized one thing. I did 203 kilometers. I mean, I crossed 200 kilometers. And for crossing 200 kilometers, the battery percentage that I required was 43%. From Naxal till this place, somewhere in between Sindhuli and Hetauda, I am at right now. 43%, 204 kilometers. Nice. Good job. I've got 54% battery left, and I've got another 233 kilometers of driving range. I will mostly go to Sauraha today. 40% is battery remaining with 172 kilometers of driving range. I've done 250 kilometers already. And 43 kilometers per hour is my average speed. Though I am driving at 80, 90 and all, whenever possible. But average speed I cannot improve. That's how it is in our place. Hetauda straight, Kathmandu straight, Narangad straight, Patlaya left. So Hetauda is 265 kilometers away from Kathmandu if you are coming via Sindhuli. I just have 36% battery now with 153 kilometers of driving range. 270 kilometers done. 43 kilometers per hour was my average speed. I have 34% battery with 148 kilometers of driving range. Hi Hetauda, bye Hetauda. Hello OMODA.
I'm coming.
Please open the sunroof.
Okay.
Saw that. Hello OMODA.
Hello.
Please close the sunroof.
Okay.
OMODA is very smart. Hey people, I just stopped now. After driving for a long time, I just took one break. That was in Kurkot for eating. Otherwise, I was driving continuously. And I've been talking to you all just about the range, distance, kilometer, all those things. Now, I'm gonna talk to you OMODA. What is OMODA? And what is the company that's importing OMODA to Nepal? We need to know about that also, right? So OMODA E5 electric vehicle was introduced by SPG Automobiles in Nepal. Now SPG Automobiles, they are subsidiary of Sauraha Group, and SPG Automobiles are actually authorized distributor of Chery Automobiles in Nepal. And how are they connected, OMODA and Chery? OMODA is a sub-brand of Chery, and Chery is an automotive giant in China. And OMODA is one of the newest car brand from Chery, but they are branding it in a different way, you know. Whenever I saw the reviews of OMODA, which was coming from outside Nepal, from different countries, then they were calling it Chery OMODA. But in Nepal, I just hear the name OMODA. Actually, the company itself wants to brand it as OMODA, I think. So, what is OMODA? What does that mean? It's a unique name, right? OMODA, OMODA. What does that mean? O in OMODA means oxygen. It is derived from oxygen, indicating new life and vitality. And MODA, what is MODA? MODA means modern, signifying brand's focus on modern lifestyle. The brand OMODA represent in-depth insight and focus on youth, diversification and globalization. This is what company says. I am not saying it. This is as per Chery. As per Chery's sub-brand OMODA. Now what we'll do is we'll try to understand Chery. Chery had an amazing year last year, you know, 2023. They sold nearly 1.9 million cars worldwide, with 50% of them sold outside of their home country, China. Chery is actually the top car exporter from China, and they're doing it from the past 21 years. They've got a history. You know why I'm saying you all this, why I'm sharing this information with you all? Just to give you an idea about which brand this Omoda is from. I mean, this brand has a legacy, and Omoda is definitely going to add value to its main brand, Chery. It's now time for us to talk about the design of this car. This E5 has a very unique face, not a regular one. I mean, not as it looks like its internal combustion sibling, Omoda 5. This Omoda E5 is derived from its internal combustion sibling, which is called as Omoda 5. This is not dedicated EV platform this Omoda is made in. This has got a sharper, sportier and more futuristic looks. This EV stands out from the EV herd, from the group of EVs that we see in the market today. The DRL on the top and the twin headlight, LED headlight on the bottom is just like a wow. Front nose opens up for charging. It's another unique style. But at the same time, it gives us a little hard time if we want to access the frunk. For your kind information, this car has a 15 liters frunk also, and that frunk we'll be mostly using it to store our charging cable and charging gun. So if we want to access this charging gun after opening this frunk, then it is gonna be a cumbersome process. We need to first open this, and then only we need to open this charging port on the front. We cannot access it from the outside. We have to do from the inside of the car. I'll show you how. So for opening the charging area, this is the key inside. We have to press this. This is where we charge this car from. And once this is open, check this out. So we have got very minimum area here if we need to open this. Actually, it opens up, but it becomes a cumbersome process. Now let's talk profile. This car looks different and unique from the side, and I personally feel that the design is creating an illusion, making it look big. Or is it actually big? Maybe that black cladding there and the 18-inch alloy wheel is giving us that feel. And it looks long, right? The car looks long from front to back. Check that out. And this metal covering, you know, alloy wheel, it's a little different. It's not like a regular plastic that we see in other EVs. This is to avoid the air drag and increase the efficiency range of this car. This also makes car aerodynamic. That's what they say, and it should be, right? Because they have come up with all these things after doing so much of research. Now coming around the back, I can see that this car is a looker. People turn and look at it. I also experienced that while I was driving this car on the highway. Check out the subtle lip spoiler. Cool, huh? One thing that's bothering me, the rear bumper sits so high up, you can clearly see the rear suspension and even the battery pack there, which is not that cool for me, or which is not that cool for others also, I think. I have already said it in the beginning, no push button, nothing like that. You just need to press the brake and your car is ready to move. The gear selector that they have given matches with the Mercedes or Tesla. The interior of the car looks nice and posh. The Mercedes-Benz inspired door cuts, the window controls, the panels giving wooden look, everything it has. It's all giving us the premium feel. In terms of quality, everything looks superior and top-notch. The car that I am driving today has a combined shade of blue and white. They also provide a black interior option. I have already done 286 kilometers, and the seat comfort, the position, everything is perfect. I liked it. This drive was so comfortable, and with the ventilated seat, it was easy for me. Ventilated seat of course helped. It's not heated, but yes, it is ventilated. And there is also something which I did not like. I've already mentioned that while I started from Kurkot. There are very less buttons here in the car. Yes, of course, it's giving us the modern look, modern touch, but when we are driving it, accessing that thing becomes a little difficult. Sometimes back I showed you the trial, you know, about sunroof and all those things. About the sunroof. Yes, this car has a sunroof. Hello, Omoda.
Please say it.
Please open the sunroof.
Okay.
Now this sunroof also opens only this much. It doesn't go full that side. This car doesn't have a moonroof or panoramic sunroof. It's a small sunroof and it opens up. Actually, it's for safety. I see people, you know, they're getting out of the sunroof. Kids. That's not allowed actually, but I see people doing that. This might be a good thing for some people and this might not be. But for sure, it's not a deal breaker. I know that. And I'm not talking about the features that this car has. It's loaded. Everything is there in this car, man. What all you want. Thank God there is no rocket launcher. I don't know, in the future they will come up with that also, I think. With the kind of features that they have in the car. It's loaded. I'm in the rear seat now. This is the co-passenger seat and I've adjusted it as per my height, as per my driving height. Because I'm shooting from this side. I've got enough leg room. I've got enough headroom. And for your reference, my height is 168 centimeters. And the seats on the back side is also very comfortable. They've given a third passenger headrest also here. And there is also handrest and cup holder. They've also provided us with this rear AC vent and a USB charging port and a Type-C charging port here. Even though the car is not from the EV platform, it's from their internal combustion sibling, it's kind of flat. The third person sitting in this car will not have any difficulties. Let's try one more thing. Huh? Hello, Omoda.
Here.
Please close the rear trunk.
Okay.
Check that out. Check that out. Hello, Omoda.
I don't know this yet. I have to learn it first. I don't see any media I can play.
Hello, Omoda.
I'm coming.
Please open all the power windows.
Okay.
Check that out. All the power windows are open now. Hello, Omoda.
Hello.
Nothing. Thank you.
Sorry.
It's-
This question is beyond my ability.
Hello, Omoda. Please close the sunroof.
I don't know this yet. I have to learn it first. Okay.
Hello, Omoda. Please close all the power windows.
Okay.
Fantastic. Let's also talk about the dealership network. At the moment, they have got six dealership network. Itahari, Biratnagar, Butual, Dang, Narayangarh and Birtamod, and they are working towards increasing the number of dealers and they are trying to reach all over Nepal. I think they'll soon do it. With the company already having an experience in automobile business, they're gonna do it very soon. I know that. And with this thing, you know, EV charging stations, they have also started their work to develop a EV charging network. In Kathmandu, they've got one service station. It's a 3S facility, sales, service and spare parts at Sitapaila. Talking about the guarantee and warranty, it's the first time I heard that this vehicle, they are giving warranty for the motor also. Otherwise, 8 years warranty used to be only for high voltage battery, right? But they are giving warranty for 8 years for the motor also. It's 8 years or 1,60,000 kilometers. Usually it is 1,50,000 kilometers, right? It's 1,60,000 kilometers. And about the service, free servicing, you get 3 years of free servicing, and each service interval is 5,000 kilometers or 6 months, whichever is earlier. And very important thing, this car also has a blade battery that you can find in its rival competitor BYD Atto 3. So the battery that they're using is same lithium iron phosphate blade battery. So if there is anything else, see, I'll be recording a video tomorrow also on my way back to Kathmandu. From where, I don't know, I'm yet to decide that. So that video also I'll cover things which I have not covered today. For now, let's go. It's very hot in here. Hello, Omoda, start up. Yeah. Hello, Omoda.
I'm coming.
Please put on the AC.
Okay.
Hello, Omoda.
I'm listening.
Please put on the seat, ventilated seat for driver.
I don't see any media I can play.
I'll do it myself. Fine. Okay, so let's move. This was a lovely place I had stopped at. We need to take a left from here. Nice reverse camera. You've got a 360 view also. Okay, I have 132 kilometers of driving range with 31% is battery. I don't know how many kilometers is Sauraha away from here. I still need to find that out. There's another thing that I wanted to add, I see people making a big buzz, range and jazz and all those things. Actually, 300 to 400 kilometers range is more than enough. How many times in a year do you travel outside? If it's somebody who travels a lot, for them, this range is making sense. If you're driving, most of the time you're driving inside Kathmandu city, 300, 250 itself is more than enough. Rather than paying money for the range, I would pay money for the comfort, for the features, not ADAS, comfortable features, like ventilated seat. They're so comfortable, they're so much required, they're so needed, I'm telling. And sunroof, I don't know, I'm not a kind of person who likes sunroof because I don't think it's a usable thing. It's only used twice or thrice a year, or for the whole period when people own that vehicle. Otherwise, sunroof, it makes sense for few, but for me, no. And yes, I complete 300 kilometers today. 300 kilometers with 69% is battery. I'm saying that because I started at 97% is, and now I have 28% is battery with me, with 120 kilometers of driving range. Okay, I've got the warning. The low battery warning actually. I have 25% is battery, 25% is, and I've got 107 kilometers of driving range. 107 kilometers, come on, don't warn me now. And I have gone in all kind of terrain, uphill, downhill, highway, straightway, rough roads, every places. I'm happy with this car. EVs, they're very satisfying. $338 kilometers done. I still have 20% is battery and 86 kilometers of driving range. Means I got total 421 kilometers of driving range around, right? So this OMODA E5, the WLTP range is 430. And with the driving condition, even this seat ventilation is on. This also consumes power, right? With this on, AC is on all the time. Only little time when I started from Kathmandu, I did not put on the AC, otherwise it was on. So, comfortably done, right? You all should know the price of this vehicle, OMODA E5. It's 61 lakhs and 99,000 rupees. They just have one variant available, which has got 99 kilowatt motor and 61 kilowatt hour battery with the driving range of 430 kilometers, WLTP. For safety, they've got all the features. I'm not talking about ABS, airbag, this, that. Of course, ADAS, ADAS, they've got 2.5. ADAS 2.5 is the new one that this car is equipped with. But for me, my personal thing I'm telling you, I don't require it. Because anyways, I'm going to put it off. See, whenever I'm telling about few things, like what I like, what I dislike. Like I said sometimes back, the sunroof, it just opens off. And I also said sometimes back about the keys, buttons that this car doesn't have. This liking, disliking it's all subjective. It may differ. My liking, my preference may differ from yours. For some people, when there are no buttons, they find it very futuristic. Modern touch, they see. So yeah, it's all about individual's choice. This car, they also have got auto sensing lights. And now it's not only sensing, auto sensing light means it's not coming into life when it's dark. It's not only that, even the high beam and low beam, it senses and it activates by itself. Whenever the high beam is required, it goes into high beam mode, and whenever the low beam light is required, it goes into low beam option. So that's it, people. 420 approximately kilometers is the range that I got today by whatever I have driven and by whatever kind of percentage and range that's remaining with me. If there is anything else you would like to know about the car, You can directly reach the showroom also, or you can comment here. The comment section is all yours. If I don't have the information with me, I'll get in touch with the showroom and get back to you all. I always do that. For now, it is bye-bye. Have a wonderful time. Stay happy. Bye-bye. Ciao.